Next on 9 News, more storms bringing flooding back to Colorado. And we're not done yet.
Coming up, cloudy and cooler today, and now we're tracking severe thunderstorms, hail, storms with rotation, heavy flooding rain. I'll let you know what you can expect.
Denver parents worry about getting their kids to school after the district changed some bus routes.
It is a safety issue. We don't feel comfortable with our kids walking these streets.
And officials still want to bring gray wolves into Colorado this year, but one state they're relying on just threw a curveball. 4 o'clock at 9 News starts now. Well, through the day, we've been seeing the storms coming through the metro area and beyond. This is what Parker looked like today. Some heavy flash flooding right there.
Yeah, and if we take a look downtown right now, we see those dark clouds looming above. We're wondering what's coming. Overnight was a good thunderstorm too as well, Kathy.
Yeah, it was, right? It's kind of cool when you hear the rain, but the thunder can be startling.
Yeah.
Especially if you have doggies, right?
It disrupts the sleep.
Yes. And the animals don't like it either. You guys, we're under a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock. It was cloudy and cooler today, as you noticed. Temperatures in the 70s in July. We'll take that when we can get it. All part of a cool front that's moving across the state. But that cool front is generating some severe weather this afternoon. Storms with large hail, rotation, and heavy flooding rainfall, as you saw. We currently are down to 73 in Denver, still 96 in Grand Junction. Humidity values are on the rise. This area in blue is the severe thunderstorm watch, which does cover most of eastern Colorado and the metro area, the I-25 corridor. Storm movement from the west toward the east, and these storms have a history of dropping 1-inch diameter hail. Some cells have had rotation and that heavy flooding rainfall. And we'll see waves between now and the overnight time period, so it's going to be an active evening of weather. Currently, the severe thunderstorm warnings we're tracking east of Colorado Springs, west of Carville, and down toward the Walsenburg area. First wave came through the metro area, dropping some rain and some pea-sized hail. There's a second line of storms up near Keensburg, out toward Fort Morgan and Sterling. And now we're seeing this next little shower move into Broomfield, Arvada, Lakewood, and Denver. A brand new severe thunderstorm warning. This goes out through 4:45. That's for this cell right here, which is going to track toward the southeast. And that's a hail signature right there. So if you are in this area, we want you to be mindful. Bring the pets in, bring the plants in, because that storm could be a little bit dangerous for you there with the wind and lightning potential as well. Storm Prediction Center has us in the outlook for severe weather throughout the evening. We'll see waves of showers and storms coming off the foothills between now and 8:30, and maybe as early in the morning as 1-2 o'clock, just like we saw yesterday or early this morning. Yesterday, today. Temperatures are in the 70s now, dropping into the mid-60s overnight. Keep the umbrella handy and eye to the sky. Severe weather will be something we'll be talking about all evening long. We'll have the extended forecast with a warmer, drier weekend outlook, and that's coming up.
Thanks, Kathy. Parents are asking the Denver Police Department what they're going to do about an increase in traffic in Capitol Hill this school year. Yeah, the idea is that some parents think there will be that much more traffic because Denver Public Schools says that some bus routes around the district are going to be cut. 9 News reporter Jaleesa Irizarry's talked with one family worried about the toll that additional traffic they're predicting will have when it comes to safety.
A community meeting with cops is the last place most kids want to spend their day.
Oh well, boo-hoo.
But Evie Steele is exactly where she needs to be.
Hoping the city can help us?
Jana, Evie's mom,
I have these meetings every month.
Brought her to DPD District 6.
To talk about the school and the traffic issues with the busing system.
Where Police Commander Kimberly Bowser heard about the school district's decision to cut some bus routes at 6 schools, including at least one in the heart of Cap Hill.
These schools are downtown schools with teeny tiny little streets that are going in one direction, and there is no parking.
Maury Middle School is where Evie will be next year.
Yeah.
It comes with mixed emotions.
Well, yeah, I'm really scared.
For Evie and her mom.
It is a safety issue. We don't feel comfortable with our kids walking these streets. The kids...
I'm like worried. I don't feel safe, and obviously these streets, not only are they not made for this kind of attention, I guess.
The concern is the amount of traffic that will come through Cap Hill's narrow roads. Maury is home to a gifted and talented program that kids from all over the district attend. But with some of those routes being cut, those students will have to be dropped off and picked up in a cramped neighborhood known for its congestion.
A big traffic jam is what I envision this place to be.
It will be like a zoo, a madhouse.
Same complaints that
A madhouse is what DPD hopes to prevent.
We're going to think about all of the responses possible and provide the best support that we can.
Commander Bowser plans to connect with DPS to try and find traffic solutions,
You guys the ones left holding this mess.
while Jana searches for support. Evie brings balance.
Say, obviously, I still have concerns, my parents still have concerns, my fellow students still have concerns, but I also appreciate everything that y'all are doing, and I have a deep respect for all of you, and I thank you so much.
In a statement, a Devon Public School official says the transportation adjustments are due to a change in school start times as well as the continued bus driver shortage. The Maury Middle School principal is hosting a virtual meeting next week to talk about carpooling opportunities as well as a need for more crossing guards. Kim?
Wow, they made some legitimate arguments there. And by the way, Evie's going to crush middle school. She can talk like that in a public meeting.
She is one of the most impressive little kids I've met in a very long time. I told her, I can't wait to see you run for president one day.
Exactly. All right, well, let's see what happens here. It's a lot to think about. Thanks, Jaleesa.
The 18-year-old from Castle Rock accused of trying to join ISIS is going to stay behind bars while his case goes through court. David Daniel Meyer charged with attempting to provide material support to a designated foreign terrorist organization. The arrest affidavit says Meyer thought he was going to be welcomed as an ISIS fighter when he bought an airline ticket and tried to board a plane headed for Turkey. He had actually been talking with undercover FBI agents posing as ISIS facilitators. He was arrested before he got on the plane. Today in court, his mother said that he, quote, would have never done that without the encouragement.
Today, Denver District Attorney Beth McCann said she will not be seeking a third term in next year's election, choosing to leave the office after 8 years. McCann is a Democrat, the first woman to serve as Denver's DA. She called it, quote, the most difficult decision she's made about her career, but feels that the office she's leaving behind is in excellent shape. She says a factor in her decision to step down is that she's accomplished a lot of goals she made, like establishing an office just for juveniles, human trafficking, and elder and at-risk abuse. She won't leave office until January of 2025.
I am not done, though. There is always more to be done, and I'm eager to keep up this important work. I look forward to continuing to work over the next year and a half for this office and seeking justice and public safety for our community.
McCann said she will help the new DA, whoever that might be, in any way to ensure a safe transition.
Denver's Board of Education is going to meet tomorrow, a special session to vote on whether or not they want to release recordings of the executive session that was held on March 23rd of this year. Well, that's according to School Board Vice President Aonte Anderson. The judge ruled that the closed-door meeting held the day after the shooting at East High should have been open to the public, and DPS was ordered to share the recording last week, but they've appealed and gotten an extension. So tomorrow they'll vote on whether to release the recording with or without that extension staying in place.
CPW still intends to reintroduce gray wolves to the state by the end of the year, but their plan just hit another snag. 9 News has learned that the state of Idaho will not give wolves to Colorado. Idaho joins Wyoming in refusing to provide wolves to the state. The director of Idaho's Department of Fish and Game sent a letter to CPW that he wasn't convinced wolves brought to Colorado would stay there, and also cited financial concerns. CPW has reached out to Washington, Oregon, and Montana as well to make formal requests for bringing wolves here.
Starting tomorrow, anyone who's driving unsafely on the I-70 Mountain Express lane is going to face a pricey fine. CDOT says the crackdown on traffic violations that involves anyone using the express lanes when they're closed or doing things like crossing the solid yellow line into regular lanes, as well as any oversized cars that aren't allowed to use it. And those fines could range anywhere from $75 to $150. There's also, though, a state statute that could bring the total up to $250 for breaking the rules. CDOT says they've issued over 5,500 warnings on the express route just in the past month alone.
Bats found in Greeley and Colorado Springs have tested positive for rabies. The bats were both found within the last week. One was found crawling around on the ground at Starsmore Visitor and Nature Center in Colorado Springs. These aren't the first rabid bats found this year. Boulder County Public Health said they found a rabid bat in Lyons last month. Bats and skunks are the most common animals to carry rabies, and this serves as a reminder to make sure your pets are up to date on all their shots and always on a leash.
A group of 50 employees at Casa Bonita say that they gave management a list of demands last week, demands that they feel would improve working conditions. The group, which calls itself We Are Team Casa, said they're looking for clarification regarding hours of operation, access to health benefits, and transparency with ownership, among other things. They say they gave management 1 week to respond, but said they did not get a response as of yesterday. Casa Bonita management issued a statement saying in part that they would, quote, continue to make ourselves available to discuss concerns.